The following video contains heavy spoilers for the film Nope. So if you haven't seen Nope like the rest of us, now's your last chance to get out. All right, this video is going to be a little unconventional and I want it to be interactive. So as I go, drop a comment if you have anything to say. But basically, I took notes in my second viewing of the film Nope. I'm going to go over each of my notes and the conclusions I came to after seeing the film twice and, some of the connections I made. So starting with the opening credits, seeing it the second time was so cool because you realize that it's actually the UFO or alien's mouth and you hear the screams of all the people that it eats. So that is really cool to see the second time and something that you're just not going to get the first viewing. When the dad got hit with the nickel and stuff, I noticed that he was naming off the horses as he was in the truck when OJ was driving him to the hospital. At least I think he was naming the horses, and I heard him say Lucky. I don't know exactly what it means. Also, I don't know if there's any significance between the horses' names and the color of horse they were. Just being that it's Jordan Peele and he did something like Get Out, I don't know what has to do with race and what doesn't. The black horse was named Lucky and the white horse was named Ghost. I don't know if there's any significance to that. I might be reaching, but maybe there is. Also, one of the main characters' names is OJ, so I'm sure there's some significance there. I noticed that the Scorpion King hoodie that he was wearing was orange, and I did notice that when he was on set with his horse Lucky, there was orange tape all over the horse and the green screen. Something else that I noticed from that set is that the surfboards were pointed upright, just like the girl's shoe from Gordy's home. Also, what the hell is up with that shoe and why was it upright? This honestly just tells me that there's something supernatural about everything going on with this film, and a lot of it just can't be explained. Something that I'm sure you noticed is that this movie had a lot to do with eyes, not looking things in the face, specifically horses and the UFO. So when they were on the set, OJ actually wouldn't look any of the crew in the face when they said action. To me, that was a bit of foreshadowing for what's to come. And then when the horse saw his reflection on that kind of like mirrored sphere, it flipped out. And that also looked a lot like the motorcycle helmet the TMZ reporter was wearing later on in the film. Going back to OJ not making eye contact with the crew, I liked how it immediately showed the contrast between OJ and, what was his sister's name? Damn, what is her name? Emerald. I really like how it immediately showed the contrast between him and Emerald, his sister. OJ is very introverted and wouldn't look people in the eyes. And then immediately when Emerald comes on, she's super vibrant and extroverted. By the way, I love her outfit with the green, pink, and cheetah print combo. Really cool moment of foreshadowing when OJ is driving home and Kiki's in the passenger seat looking at the inflatables that they use later on in the movie to distract the alien. Keke Palmer's character smokes a vape, and I think that's really relevant to who her character is because she's all about the content and catching everything on camera. A lot of this generation smokes vapes. That just worked well. Now we have our character Ricky, who was the Asian guy. So they go into his office, and first thing I noticed is that the poster for Kid Sheriff, the show that he was in, it looks a lot like the cover to Holes, the movie. And as soon as Keke Palmer's character finds out who he is, she immediately asks for a picture, which again is just telling of who her character is and that she cares about content first, which is really a bigger conversation about this generation and how we care about getting content before actually having a conversation with somebody. Okay, out of everything I say in this video, this might be the biggest reach, but just hear me out. When they're walking through Ricky's office, one thing that you notice is the Mad magazine cover on the wall. Now, for those of you that don't know, back in the early 2000s, Jordan Peele used to be on the show MadTV, which was a sketch comedy show. And after doing a little research, I found that he actually had a falling out with them because they wouldn't let him out of his contract. So maybe in some weird way, Jordan Peele is using the Gordy character to represent himself in those times of trying to get out of the MadTV contract. I don't know. Again, why the hell is this shoe upright on display? I don't understand it. It was upright on display and in the original scene when the girl gets attacked by Gordy. This is some weird Ghost. So now we go into our first official chapter, which is named after the white horse Ghost. And this opening scene is the first time we hear the screams from the people the alien has eaten. Clover. From what I remember, this chapter starts with the exact same shot that Ghost did. Please correct me if I'm wrong. At this point, I was getting real Creepshow vibes, which was a movie back in the 80s or early 90s. And it was kind of like broken into different chapters. It was like separate stories all into one movie. Pretty underrated horror series. You should go check out 1 and 2. And yet again, we have another Oprah reference. Keke Palmer's character falls asleep with Oprah playing on the TV. Throughout the movie, there's this huge obsession of getting that one shot that will get them on Oprah. Then we had that alien prank scene that was just straight up terrifying. I thought the movie was going in a whole nother direction at that point. But something really cool that I noticed is that the heads of the alien costumes look exactly like the film cameras that were used to film Gordy's home. At this point of the film, I was also really paying attention to the score, which was just incredible, as always in Jordan Peele films. But it just shows you the power of it and how it can take you in the direction that it wants. Keke Palmer's character says, "It's in the cloud," which again is relevant to her character being obsessed with content. You know, I correlated that to iCloud with Apple. I feel like the one cloud that wasn't moving in the sky has something to do with the shoe standing upright. Like there's this supernatural force wherever this is happening. But where was Gordy's home filmed at? That's also something I want to know. My absolute favorite moment of this whole movie is that full Gordy scene. Like the way he directed it, going through the set, and you see the snacks and it's just slowly going through the entire set, and you hear Gordy just wilding out. And then finally it gets to the set and he's just bloody as hell. It was, oh my God, just perfect. And then the way the Gordy scene went into Ricky just staring into space, like reminiscing about it. And the music that was playing was giving me huge Tarantino vibes. It was like something straight out of Django or Kill Bill Volume 2. What if I told you? All in all, I think this movie is genius. The first time I saw it, I was a little let down leaving the theater because I had this certain expectation of a Jordan Peele film and what it's supposed to be. But that's not fair to an artist. Going in with fresh eyes the second time, I just took it at face value and for what it is. Separate from Get Out, separate from Us. And it's brilliant. It's broken up into different chapters that make each chapter like its own thing. And then when you put them all together, it's actually this pretty concise story that has a lot of open ends, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be. This movie forced me to use my imagination, and that's something that I love. It was like reading a good book back in middle school. So yeah, that was like a rough draft of my thoughts and notes on Nope after seeing it twice in 1 week in the theaters. Just let me know your thoughts on anything I said. Drop it in the comments. Anything I missed, anything you realize you missed that I said. And if you like this tank top that I'm wearing, you can get your own at troyblyden.com. I also have t-shirts and hoodies, so go check me out. All support is appreciated. Thank you, Jordan Peele.